Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and this is my first impressions look on the 361 degree Aaron Gordon ZEN 3. So this is Aaron Gordon's new shoe. I'm not 100% sure if this is like his new signature shoe or something, or maybe like a different line. You guys know how Chinese companies are. They give their signature athletes like 20 different lines of shoes. But anyways, this shoe is only going for 105 bucks. Pretty damn cheap. It's actually pretty much a budget model shoe, so if you guys do want to get it, I'll leave a link in the description box. But let's get it started off with the Tracciones. And the Tracciones, the pattern is actually pretty cool, right? So we have this like very big circle here in the middle of the forefoot, and it has Aaron Gordon's logo, and it kind of looks like a jump pad, I would say. It's not like there's a spring or anything in there to give you extra bounce, but it does look pretty cool. And also like this line going down the middle of the shoe as well as going perpendicular to the shoe looks pretty damn sick. And the bite seems pretty damn good. You know, I tried it on my wood floors and it seemed to bite pretty damn well. You know, I'm very surprised. And for durability seems pretty damn good. The white part of the outsole, the rubber is pretty damn hard and the grooves are very thick. Where the Aaron Gordon logo is though, the rubber is actually very shallow. I would say the rubber is still pretty hard, but I don't think it'll be very durable there, so that kind of sucks. But the bite seems to be pretty damn good. So the traction seems like it's going to be pretty damn good. I'm very excited to try it out. As far as the heel to toe transition goes, so here in the heel, actually here in the back of the heel, the outsole does come up to cage the cushion, which I don't like usually. But the foam is so damn soft, like just pressing it with your fingers, there's so much compression, and it's called their quick foam light, which we'll get into. So that kind of sucks, but it doesn't feel like super clunky or anything at all actually. And look at this crazy curved shape here in the heel. Right, I absolutely love this shape. It makes the heel feel very smooth, as well as here in the forefoot we have a nice curved shape and a lot of forefoot flex. And now moving on to the cushioning setup. So like I mentioned before, it's quick foam light, right? So here on the lateral side, it's pretty damn caged. We have this plastic piece. It has this kind of like iridescent vibe to it. It changes colors from like purple to like red and like blue. It looks really cool. And then here on the lateral side in the heel, we can see a little bit of the quick foam light. It even says quick foam light. So the foam is exposed just a little bit. And I actually like how they didn't cage the foam all the way. They left a little bit exposed here on the lateral side, and then here on the medial side is pretty much fully exposed, and then here in the back of the heel, like I mentioned before, there is this rubber outsole to cage the foam. So here in the heel, it feels actually really soft, and there's a good amount of compression. And then here in the forefoot, it feels pretty soft as well. The insole is really nice actually. It has a good amount of thickness to it. And then I actually really like the strobe board. The strobe board is actually pretty damn soft, so the step in comfort, you can feel the insole as well as this quick foam light, which feels very comfortable. So it's a really comfortable cushioning setup right now. I feel like it'll only get better. Hopefully it doesn't bottom out or anything. One bad thing about it though is that the court feel doesn't seem like the best, right? So you feel pretty high up here in the heel. It does get a little bit lower here in the forefoot, but still I would have liked it to be a little bit lower to the ground, but still I do like how they made it very thick so you can feel the actual cushion because it's soft and all that. And I guess they did cage it in the appropriate places. Alright, moving on to the materials. So here in the forefoot we got a textile material, this white part, and then there is a good amount of fuse as well for extra added durability and support. So this material overall here, especially here in the toe box, is extremely thin. It conforms to your foot very well. And then coming up here into the midfoot area, it stays extremely thin. So this upper feels really minimal on foot. Coming up here into the tongue is made up of a mesh material, which is actually very stretchy. It feels nice because it kind of stretches over your foot. There's not a whole lot of padding though, so it doesn't feel super cozy. And then here in the back, these are the foamiest foam Achilles pillows that I've ever felt in my life, right? So these are very thick and they're super soft. It conforms to like the shape of your foot very well, and also helps to lock down your heel. So this feels super nice. I actually really like that. So that's a very nice added bonus. As far as the quality goes, the quality I wouldn't say is the best, but it's actually pretty damn nice, especially for the price, 105 bucks, right? So like I said, textile material, and then the fuse material, you know, like cheaper shoes, when you see the fuse looks like really crappy and it feels really cheap and stuff like that. The fuse on this shoe actually doesn't feel that bad, especially here in the toe box, and also the fuse surrounding the eyelets. So the quality, even though it's not the best, I would say it's pretty nice. And then here in the midfoot area, we have this black material, which also has this kind of like plastic. It looks like plastic and feels a little bit like plastic yarn to probably add support here in the material. And then here in the heel, we got some more fuse as well as screen mesh. And then of course a pull tab here in the back where it says pull up, obviously, right? And then here on the medial side, we got 00 for Aaron Gordon's number. And then here in the toe box, it says all great. I don't really, that's kind of weird, but there you go. So overall, the materials feel really nice, especially on foot. All right, moving on to the fit. The fit, I went true to size and it fits me pretty damn well, right? So lengthwise, I was good to go true to size. Widthwise though, it's actually really, really narrow. As you guys can see, it's really pointy here at the tip of the toe. And I can feel this part squeezing my pinky toe. And my pinky toe is kind of like going into, I don't really know what this is, like my ring toe. But I can feel it squeezing into there. And it's a little uncomfortable right now, so that kind of sucks, especially if you want a roomier fit or if you have a wide foot. And like, to be honest, I have a pretty narrow foot, so this bothering me, I feel like it'll probably bother a good amount of people as well. So just make sure to go up half a size if you don't like narrow fits. If you have a narrow foot or you like to have a snug fit widthwise, you should be good to go true to size. And as far as the toe space goes, I would say it's pretty snug. I wouldn't say it's super snug like the Kyrie 7 or the KD 13 or KD 14 to the point where I couldn't even curl my toes. This material is a little stretchy, so I can curl my toes up, but it's not to the point where it's like super roomy or anything. But I do feel like this material will stretch out over time while I keep playing in it. But for the most part, the shoe fits me pretty damn well. Alright, as far as the support and lockdown goes for lateral containment, I feel like it's going to be very, very good. Here in the forefoot, we got this rubber clip pretty much coming up all the way for lateral containment here in the forefoot. Here in the midfoot, we got this plastic piece coming up. And then here in the heel, we have more of that plastic piece coming up as well as an internal TPU heel counter. So lateral containment, I feel like you're going to be good. Lateral stability though, it feels right now okay. There really is no outrigger, which I don't like, but it is a pretty wide base. But like I mentioned before, you are kind of high up off the ground because of the cushion, so we'll have to see how good the lateral containment is. Also, another thing I forgot to mention is the arch lock. It's just a plastic midfoot shank plate that kind of comes around here into the medial side and comes all the way here into the heel, and it comes all the way up here actually. So I don't really know why they needed to do that, but I guess it's more for design. But yeah, that's for torsion support. As far as the weight goes, I feel like this shoe's gonna be a little heavy, probably around like 13 and a half ounces, right? All right, so let's see, it's 13.44 ounces. So that's a little bit heavier than average, like 0.9 ounces. So the average weight of my shoes is around 12 and a half ounces. And none of that weight is coming from the upper. As you guys can see, look at how minimal and thin this upper is. I feel like all of the weight is probably coming from the outsole as well as the foam. And the foam, like I said, is pretty damn thick. And of course, we have this plastic piece here on the lateral side as well. Does it feel heavy? Not really. I would say you just feel most of the weight on the bottom of your foot. But for the most part, I feel like this is gonna be a very responsive shoe. You know, the traction is feeling pretty damn good. Cushion, we'll have to see on the cushion though. I feel like the cushion might be a little too soft. So hopefully it's not like, I don't remember what the shoe was. It was like the Peak, the Lou Williams shoe, you know, with the very, very soft, very comfortable cushion. But I didn't really like it all too much because it didn't feel super responsive. I felt a little slow while I was playing it. So hopefully that's not the case here in this shoe. But like I mentioned, like it's a super soft, very comfortable cushion. So hopefully I just don't feel like laggy in it. All right, moving on to the aesthetics. I absolutely love how this shoe looks. Whoever designed this did a really, really good job. I feel like they got like pretty cheap materials, but made it look good, made it feel good. And just like this textile material is probably cheap to manufacture, but it doesn't feel cheap, right? As well as like just the overall design with this like heel in the back looks really, really dope. And also the outsole, you know, like when you're running down the court, you know, you can see the outsole sometimes on the shoe. This is a very cool design. So thumbs up from me. I feel like this shoe is a great looking shoe. So tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. So wrapping things up, $105. I'm absolutely loving this shoe right now. There are a few things that I don't like all too much. You know, like I said, the cushion might be a little too soft. And also it's a little high up off the ground, and I am a little worried about lateral instability, but those are minor things, and of course I still need to play in this shoe. But so far, I mean, like, the materials feel very nice on foot, very minimal as well. Cushion is super comfortable, traction seems very nice, seems like a very supportive shoe, and fits me very well. And also, it's a great looking shoe, all for $105 right now. So I'm liking it so far, and hopefully those things that I mentioned before aren't going to be huge problems when I play in this shoe. So anyways, again, if you guys do want to cop this shoe, I'll leave a link in the description box. But that about wraps up this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.